Teresa, I'm just making this quick little video here based on your response here. This is just so good. Teresa, you are paying attention. I think as much as any student I've had while teaching this class, you are getting this. And it just, you're showing week after week that you're really on top of things and you are understanding this as, like I said, as well as any student I've had while teaching this student. So give yourself a great big pat on the back, Teresa. You're doing really good stuff here. So I just want to talk about this a little bit. This is powerful. Okay, so you're exactly right. So the question was this: what would you consider to be an underlying problem in a project? So listen, I'm going to tell you, it's a trick question. It is. And a lot of students, when I ask this question, I almost hesitate to ask this question in this particular discussion forum, because a lot of students, unless you're paying attention, you're going to say that the underlying problem is that you can't configure your car before you go to the or you configure your car without the assistance of a salesperson or something like that. And as we know, Teresa, that is not the issue. The issue is the entire process of the car, an industry-wide issue regarding the process of buying a car. Okay, that's the underlying problem. The underlying problem is not designing a kiosk or improving the design or creating an optimal design for a kiosk. That's not the problem. That's a side effect. Okay. Now, if this were something other than the HCD, deep dive immersion, design thinking, I would say, maybe the problem is that being confronted with this issue of designing a kiosk. But no, it's really important to understand there is a big difference between design and design thinking. There's a huge difference between design and human-centered design. Okay, so this class, we're concentrating on human-centered design. So of course, we are asking things like, what are we trying to accomplish? What is the real problem here? Okay, and I think the best example, and hats off to Miles for this because he came up with this. This is not original, but I'm going to use it. Is the example for the mousetrap. Okay, the design thinking is this. Okay, so you're confronted with the situation of building a better mousetrap, right? So design thinking is this. Okay, so how do we really build a better mousetrap that does what it's supposed to do? Design thinking says, wait a second, let's not even start designing the trap yet. Let's first try to figure out how are the mice getting in the house in the first place. Then we'll approach the problem, the solution from that angle. Okay, so we can clearly see the difference between design and design thinking. So, and then you have your question to yourself: how can you use this kiosk to meet the needs of people who will be using it? And then to answer that question, you have to ascertain how can I use this kiosk to meet the problematic issues inherent in the car buying process as we know it in this country. Okay, so again, really fantastic stuff. Thank you very much, Teresa. Great response here.